O-H. I can't hear you guys over here. O-H. O-H. All right. So you guys are actually warming up to get tackled for real. So you guys better get with the program. Come on. Come on. Everybody except for her. But the guys, it's open game. But I am James Cotton. I really appreciate the opportunity to come and hang out with you guys year in and year out. For those of you that don't know, I played for the Buckeyes in 1998 and 99. Won a Big Ten championship. Thank you so much. I got a lot of fans out there. And I'm assuming it's because I was the last player to sack Tom Brady 2 times in the big house. I like to think I made him famous, but his ex-wife probably has something to do with it. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. But one thing I told him when we was playing, I said, I'll help you down, but I cannot help you up. But I played for the Buckeyes back in the glory years where it was kind of like an up and down rivalry. You never knew who was going to win, but like these days, we kind of know who's going to win. But last year put a sour taste in my mouth. And so it's like we have our own little revenge thing going on. So I'm super excited to see the Buckeyes take the field Saturday or next Saturday at the Shoe. But it all starts right here, right here in the community. We get the buzz going. We get these bozos to come up here and say some relatively funny things, but not so funny things. But I just love the opportunity to come out here and network and have some fun. I see a lot of you guys like out in the community. I was just talking to somebody that was from Circleville, and I was like, "Are you fully recovered?" And she was like, "How did you know that I was having pumpkin shots?" And it's like, well, because I know the locals, so I may have a pumpkin shot occasionally too. So I just like to do what the locals do when I come into town. But for me, after I transitioned out of Ohio State, I was blessed to get drafted into the NFL and played for the Chicago Bears, the Buffalo Bills, and the Atlanta Falcons. And up in the Canadian Football League for a total of 8 seasons. And so when I transitioned from professional sports, one thing that left my heart empty was like, how can I give back? And so for me to be able to provide free football camps for children with special needs and just underprivileged youth to attend absolutely free, and it all comes from you guys' support. When you see me set up at events, festivals, fairs, and right here at the Great Debate, you guys all support it. I really, really appreciate it. And so if I was able to help you guys and gave you guys some pleasure, we have cards on the table. So if everybody can look on the table, you'll see a Buckeye Icon card. You guys can pick it up. There's a QR code on there. And I want you guys to leave us a Google review, leave us a Facebook review. But most importantly, if you join the team, it'll put you in connection with me because I give away tickets to the Ohio State football game each week. So you guys join the team, leave us a review, be greatly, greatly appreciated. You guys' word and support means the world to me. So it is greatly, greatly appreciated. So without further ado, there are some other OSU football players in here that's way more important than me. I'm just a little old guy from Cleveland, Ohio. But I want to introduce you guys to some guys that won some national championships, some Rose Bowl championships, some Sugar Bowl championships for the Buckeyes. First person, you guys can't miss him. He stands about 6'5". He actually started coming to this a few years ago, and networked and met people. And then last year he met somebody that actually put him in a position to get him a job that he loves dearly, and he's skipping work today, and I don't know how that happened, but he's here. But he has a training facility right here in Hilliard, Ohio. He's from Atlanta, Georgia, so you got to watch him closely because he's real slick. Those guys from Atlanta, they're real shifty, but he's been a prominent anchor to Buckeye Con and what we do in the community. He tutelage children. You know, he's walked a few athletes, and I think he has about 6 or 7 athletes that's up for college scholarships. And so when you can give back to the community like that, and it's right here in Hilliard, Ohio. So let's give a round of applause for Jeff Green. There he is, number 89. Jeff won't tell you the story when I dunked on him, but as tall as he is, he can't block shots. But this next gentleman, this guy was one of my teammates at The Ohio State University. The first 3 times he touched the ball as a Buckeye, they was all touchdowns. Now, he has a son that's walking in his footsteps. He's a very talented kid right here at Olentangy Orange, and he had the opportunity to visit with Ohio State. I think he visited Cincinnati, but he's highly recruited, and he said he wanted to be like his dad. His dad played for the Dallas Cowboys. This guy averaged 7.7 yards per carry with the Cowboys, backed up Emmitt Smith, played 4 seasons of professional football with the Dallas Cowboys, but I can honestly say he was the only guy that was faster than me on the team. He ran a 4.35 in the 40. I ran a 4.37. And I was like, ooh, that 2 tenths, I want it back. But let's give a big round of applause for my friend, my teammate, Michael Wiley, known as And I remember standing on the sideline. We was playing these bozos right here to the left of me, that team up north. We was playing them, and Mike just said, man, I'm about to take this game over. And I watched him run for over 130 yards and a couple of touchdowns. So the guy was a phenomenal athlete, a great basketball player, baseball player, but he was the best blocking tailback in Ohio State history. You guys check the film. Go back and check. Better than Ezekiel Elliott, better than Carlos Hyde. Like, there's a lot of great running backs that played at Ohio State. He is, and Tim Spencer, former Buckeye, can attest to this. He claimed proclaimed him as the best blocking running back. So that means when our quarterbacks broke the pocket, he was knocking guys' helmets off. I watched it the Penn State game. I watched it the Missouri game. Like, he was just great to watch, and that was just like one of the funner things for me not as a football player, but just as a fan. I'm a true fan now, but when I was playing the game, I was still a fan. But he was one of the guys that kind of like took me under his wing, and we were the same class, but I transferred in from a community college in California. But he one guys that made me feel welcome here in Ohio. So I appreciate that. And so with that, hopefully you guys had an opportunity to scan some QR codes, leave us a review at your leisure. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. And then we'll be set up after this great debate. We're going to be transitioning over to the Crooked Can. And so over there, we're going to have a silent auction. We'll have some more players come out and hang out. So if you guys like to join us right after this, we're going to be over at the Crooked Can, and we appreciate the Crooked Can allowing us to come in and continue to raise funds, because we're going to be doing a camp right here in Hilliard next summer. So you guys mark your calendars. We haven't set a date yet, but like I said, if you guys join the team, you'll have an opportunity to get information on how to sponsor the camp and then how to participate, volunteer. We're always looking for volunteers, so make sure you guys join the team and help us out in that regard. And then tomorrow, I'm giving away my own 2 seats to the Ohio State Michigan game in 2 weeks, the showdown at the shoe. I don't know how many people had an opportunity to see the T-shirt, but we have the T-shirt out there. It's got that, unfortunately, it has the colors on there from the state up north, but it has the Ohio State helmet on there. It says showdown at the shoe. We have plenty of those shirts available, small all the way up to a 4X. So if you guys need to get Christmas gifts, great opportunity to get some Christmas gifts. But section 23AA are my own personal seats, seat cushions. So if you guys come tomorrow to the event, the Game Watch Party, November 19th over at the Crooked Can, we're gonna have our Buckeye Brotherhood reunion. So we have over 10 Ohio State NFL football champions coming to watch the game. But we're gonna be raffling off 2 tickets to that Team Up North game. So make sure you guys come and join us tomorrow at 3:30. We're gonna be doing Scarlet and Gray wiener dog races. So if anybody have dogs out there, no matter who wins, Scarlet or Gray, we all know that the Maize and Blue will not be winning or participating in that contest. And then we're gonna actually be doing a little mini clinic as well for the kids that come. We'll be taking them through some fundamental drills and just teaching them and showing them how to catch footballs, which they're not really good at up north. So yeah, we're gonna keep piling it on. So make sure you guys come and check us out, man. We have a lot going on, and hopefully you guys are in for a great show. We got great hosts. I'm excited to be a part of this event year in and year out, and I cannot leave this stage without giving a shout out to the lady that has my backbone. So let's give a round of applause to my wife, Hannah Snyder-Cotton, for coming out and joining us today. So this is the beauty of having remote learning. So our 14-year-old daughter is watching the kids right now, but she's actually technically in school doing remote learning. So that's just an excuse for mom and dad to get out of the house and get a couple of cocktails at lunch. So you guys really need to support us. No. But I do, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of such a special event. There's a lot of funds that's matriculated down, and there's some people in need that you're going to hear about later on here in the show that really needs everybody's support. So I hopefully you open up your hearts and open up your wallets to support the cause. So in closing, we're going to still kick the shit out of the Team Up North. OH, let's go, Buckeyes. Thank you guys so much.
Bring this down a little bit. We wanted to do something special for James. He's become a part of our community. He spoke at the high schools. He's helped us with this fundraiser. We're expanding this, and we have big plans to keep doing more stuff. And we talked about doing a camp together. I've been to his camps. It's unbelievable. I mean, these guys are incredible with the kids. And so I'd like to introduce Lynn Roos.
Hi, I'm the Hilliard Rotary's chair for the Foundation of Rotary International. The Paul Harris Fellow recognition is Rotary's way of expressing our appreciation for a person whose life demonstrates a shared purpose with the objectives of Rotarians worldwide. It's named for Rotary's founder, Paul Harris. He was a Chicago lawyer who started Rotary International in 1905. Today we have the high honor of recognizing James as the newest Paul Harris Fellow in the world. Gifts like these we made in James' honor fund our programs locally and around the world that address hunger, the environment, quality of life, literacy, education, conflict resolution, peace building, disaster relief, health care, increased international understanding, and brighter hopes for world peace. James, it gives us great pleasure to present to you these emblems of recognition as our newest Paul Harris Fellow in the world. And while we're recognizing without names, because we don't do it for that, would like for a show of hands and stand and remain standing. All of our district Rotary leadership, stand, you know who you are. The Great Debate Committee from Hilliard Rotary, stand, you know you are. All the Rotarians from Hilliard and all the Rotarians that are here today, please. Thank you.
So I'm going to tell you a little story in a little bit, but I want you to know that I did go to his camp, and his camp is awesome. And I think what he does and what all the players do outside of Jeff Green, who just makes fun of kids and just punches them around and bumps them and shows off how tall he is. But seriously, they teach all kinds. They did a great speech with these kids afterwards. So in that vein, we are going to be the head sponsor of the camp here in Hilliard with $2,000, and we will help volunteer and make that happen here in Hilliard.
Only request is you guys need to change the color of the award. Go Bucks.